Hello, today we're going to focus on two products, Traxtone and the Shoe Impression Kit. The Shoe Impression Kit comes with this material called Bubber, and Bubber is this really awesome sand-like foam. Well, I'm not really sure what it is, but it's fun to use. How it works in the impression kit is simply that you press it down so it's flat, and then you step in it or push something into it or run it over with the car so you get the tire impression. However you use it, it makes really accurate impressions. As you can see here, I'm kind of packing it in and smoothing it down so that when I step in it, it's even. As you can see, it's pretty easy to meld back together. I just cut out a piece and easily just put it back in, smoothed it back out. This is a pretty unique material. It's a lot of fun to use. It's good for kids. You can just play with this. You can just feel it. You can just mess with it with your hands. It doesn't make a big mess. It's a great learning tool. As you can see here, I'm just going to quickly step into it, move my foot around a little bit, and then pull it out. And you can already see how well of an impression it made. Now, unlike with dirt or other materials, once you have an impression here, it's pretty set. It's not like going to easily brush away or move. If I move it, it's not going to ruin the impression. So, in order to show you this, we're going to use a product called Traxtone. Now, Traxtone is a lot like the product we showed before, Crimecast, only it doesn't come with your own water. And unlike normal plasters, it's really hard and doesn't break or isn't really fragile or brittle. How you use is you simply tear open the top, pour in the water, reseal the top, and then shake it around. Something cool about the Traxtone is that it has these little pellets with color in them, and once you mix it all together, it creates this little greenish off-color tint to it. Also, the colors kind of make it fun to mix around too, because as you can see here, it's a pretty rainbow array of colors inside the bag. So you mix it for about 2 to 3 minutes, making sure that all the color is mixed in, because you don't want any of that color showing up when you pour it onto your mold. Once it's all mixed, it's ready to pour in. Now, the directions say, and this is good for most things, to start it on the outside and let it run into the impression. That way it doesn't mess it up. However, because of the strength of the bubber, that's not necessary. You can just dump it on and then let it sit for about 20 to 30 minutes. One of the best things about the bubber, with molds and impressions at least, is the cleanup. As you can see here, unlike dirt or rocks where you have to scrape it off and it holds really hard onto it and it ruins your impression, this just wipes off. You get a little brush, you brush it off, and then you reuse it. It's not a one-time use thing. You can reuse this as many times as you want, and the impressions are still going to be great every single time. Already you can see the impression and the mold that we made is really accurate. It's not messed up in areas, it's almost spot on, and you'll see that in the comparison here. But first we're going to finish up with the bubber. And something cool with the bubber is, like you can see, as soon as we're done with the impression, we make all that powder up, we just re-wipe it on and it's ready to use. And the computer here has made our impressions, and as you can see, it is a perfect match. The only discrepancy is that when you step down in a shoe, it lengthens the shoe, and so the impression is slightly off from the shoe standing there by itself. But as you can see, it's a definite match.